Good evening and welcome to the Student Film Review. I'm your host, Matt Brading, and tonight's special guest is student filmmaker Jack Deacon. Hello, Jack.
Hi, Matt.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a final year student at Staffordshire University and studying film production tech, and in the past year I started a film production company called Sorted Media Productions.
How did your production company get started?
The guy I run it with, Andy Colton, we'd known each other since first year. He's one of the first guys I met here. We worked on a few projects together and worked really well, and last year during my placement year came to me and asked if I wanted to start a production company, and I said yeah, and it went from there.
Okay, well let's take a quick look at some of the work that Sorted Media has done. So what challenges did you face while you were setting up the company?
There's a lot of administration that you need to get through before you become legitimate. We went down the limited status, and that requires a certain amount of work. Accounts, money is always the big thing with companies, and we had to set up our accounts and insurance as well. We did a job in Barcelona recently, and we had to get public liability insurance, which is the biggest problem for people, and it's so expensive. But once you're past that, you can continue to do what you love. We make films.
So why did you decide to set up your own company as opposed to working for an existing company?
We had this saying when we started, and we said that we'd rather try and fail than never try at all. And it was the freedom, it was the ability to do what we wanted. In a way, obviously the client decides because they're the one paying the finality of the film. But we wanted to be able to decide the direction of our company. You know, do we want to go into drama, documentary, and those kind of things. So it was the freedom that attracted us.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that you'd worked in Barcelona. Let's take a look at some of the work you did while you were there. So how did the Barcelona project come about?
It was a case of who we knew, as with a lot of things in this industry, most things. We went for the job, and we were in line with another, I think it was about 4 companies, and we pitched how we would do it, how much it would cost them, how long it would take us to do it. And we got it, and we went out there in mid-October and did the job for them, and they liked what we did. And this was the first opportunity we had to sort of show what we could do.
Yeah.
And they invited us back next year to do the same thing, so it went really well.
Cool. You also did a placement year. Mm-hmm. Whereabouts did you do that?
That was in London, a post-production house called The Muse. I took an entry-level job as a runner, which was a great experience. It gave me so much knowledge of broadcast technology and what happens to films before they even go to television, which was a great learning experience.
So what advice would you give to other students looking to do a placement?
Ask everyone you know, anyone and everyone. You can go down the email route where you just email production companies and just kind of hope that someone gets back to you. But the more effective route is just to try and find someone that you know. And it's a great experience, because when you come back for your 3rd year, your 4th year, you have this direction that hardly anyone has, that you know what you want to do.
Okay.
It's a great
well, thank you very much for joining us on the show today. That's all we've got time for this week, but tune in where we'll be joined by another special guest on the Student Film Review. In the meantime, you can check us out on Twitter at #FilmStudentReview. Thanks very much for watching. Good night.